He signed his notes with a crosshair. He called himself Zodiac. He sent letters to the press. He did not ask for mercy. He wanted fear. This was his game. This was his purpose. The rules were his to make. The terror was his to give. He promised more death. He promised a long and terrible season. The city of San Francisco did not yet know the name, but it would learn to fear the symbol, a circle with a cross inside, a target. The first line I say is the worst. The first victims were just teenagers. David Faraday, Betty Lou Jensen. They were on their first date. They parked on a dark gravel turnout, Lake Herman Road. It was December. The air was cold and still. A second car pulled up beside them. A man got out. He ordered them out of their car. He shot David in the head. Betty Lou tried to run. The killer shot her 5 times in the back. She fell in the cold dirt, never to rise again. He left them there under the uncaring stars. The police arrived to a scene of quiet horror. The code is small, strange, folded into an envelope. It looked like ink on old paper. Some thought the code would show the killer's name. Many tried to read it. The code lasted for weeks. No one was sure what it said. It was a mix of letters, numbers, symbols from the Zodiac, from other sources, a cryptic message from a disturbed mind. Amateur sleuths, professional cryptographers across the country began working on it. The killer was watching. He was waiting. He was enjoying the attention. Donald and Betty Harden at their kitchen table. A man in a strange, black executioner's hood approached them. He had the crosshair symbol on his chest. He tied them up. He told them he was an escaped convict. Then he stabbed them again and again with a long knife. The woman died. The man survived. He described the hooded figure, a man playing a role, a character in his own horror story. The Zodiac was becoming more theatrical, more brazen. The final confirmed murder was a cab driver, Paul Stein. He was shot in the head in a wealthy San Francisco neighborhood. The killer took his wallet and a piece of his bloody shirt. He then walked away into the night. The police worked hard. They looked at prints. They checked alibis. They ran down tips that did not lead to a name. They examined handwriting. They checked guns. They cross-checked phone calls. They did ballistics. They did toxicology. They did interviews. Homicide detectives from different jurisdictions were forced to work together. They were chasing a phantom who crossed county lines. They were swamped with information. Thousands of pages of reports. Hundreds of potential suspects. The task was monumental, almost impossible. A few men lived under deep suspicion. One man had odd habits. He liked to write odd notes. He had a messy life. He drove a strange car. His name was Arthur Lee Allen. He became the primary suspect for many years. He was interviewed multiple times. His home was searched. He owned guns. He wore the same size shoes as a print found at one scene. A survivor even picked him out of a photo lineup, though he was not certain. Allen seemed to fit the profile. He passed a polygraph test, though their reliability is often questioned. No proof tied him with iron. No court could make him the Zodiac by law. Years passed. New codes arrived in the mail. New letters claimed new kills. Some were hoaxes. Some were real. The pattern of the voice stayed. The pattern of the symbol stayed. The fear stayed. The Zodiac claimed to have killed as many as 37 people. But these claims could never be verified. The official count remained at 5 dead. He faded from the headlines. But he never faded from memory. A ghost story that was all too real. Forensics changed. Investigators carefully extracted genetic material from the envelopes the Zodiac had licked shut decades ago. We read the letters again and again. We trace the ink with a finger as if the paper can tell us a story. We watch old film. Try to catch a shadow that looks like a chin. Try to catch a shadow that looks like a shoulder. We test DNA. We check old names against new lists. Each step gives a small pulse of hope. Each step brings the edges of truth closer, then pulls them back. The Zodiac is not just a person. He is a question. A puzzle made of blood and ink. A riddle that has echoed through generations. Who wrote the last line in blood?